Hello guys, Sven here, and I'm here to talk about my takeover in the IBL. Unfortunately, Brendan had a coach who had to drop out, and I was fortunate enough to be able to take over the team. So, without further ado, here is the team roster that I took over. It was G-Max Machamp, G-Max that in my opinion isn't super great. It can run Guts or No Guard, Flame Orb, Salt Vest. It has a pretty good move pool and decent stats. Uh, the problem is its speed, but like I think it's a decent G-Max. You got 20 extra points for drafting this, which in my opinion makes it worth. The problem is that G-Max Cheese Strike has a lowered base power because it's a fighting move, even though it doesn't boost attack, which is dumb. Then we have, as tier 1s, we have Hydreigon. Really great Pokemon this gen. Got access to Dragon Dance. Yeah, you can run both physical and special. You have the Nasty Plot, and then you have the Scarf and Specs options. Just real good stats. Decent speed tier at 98. Not uber fast, not super slow. It's decent, faster than a lot of things, makes it a potent Scarfer. Has the levitate ability, so ground moves I don't really care about ground moves. Just a great Pokemon overall. Also gets Defog. Clefable has two super good abilities, Magic Guard and Aware. So much versatility because it was a normal type in Gen 1, you know. And get Stealth Rocks, reliable Wish Passer, soft boiled, you name it. Yeah, it's just, even though the stats look pretty bad, it's just an incredible Pokemon. And I think I'm gonna be able to use it well. Diggersby, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Diggersby, to be honest. It has huge power. It lost Return and Frustration, its best normal type moves, so now it's stuck with Body Slam or Facade. It still has Earthquake. Hits really hard, but in my opinion, you almost need to slap a band and scarf on it every week because it has pitiful speed. The attack stat is horrendous, but huge power helps it a lot. But it's not my cup of tea. It's not a mon that I would draft personally too many times. It has spikes at least. It has some good coverage, but like I said, not a favorite Pokemon of mine. Much like a Sumaril, but the problem with Diggersby is that it doesn't have the belly drum uh, presence. It has to run Swords Dance for that, and that it's still pretty slow. So you need like double dance with agility, Swords Dance. Next up, next up is Bronzong. Just super good Pokemon in my opinion. It's a defensive monster, reliable rocker. It has access to body press now, which is really great. Two good abilities in heat proof and levitate, which means it either avoids super effective ground moves or super effective fire moves. Or it doesn't avoid the fire moves, but the damage is not super effective. And it has like body press, as I said, earthquake, explosion, uh, Ironhead, Gyro Ball, Heavy Slam, Stealth Rock, Trick Room, Trick if I wanna like run Toxic Orb, Trick something. I just think it's a very versatile, good Pokemon. Unfortunately, I actually dropped it to make room for other stuff, but more about that later. Then Vaporeon, another super great Wish Passer. In my opinion, it's a fantastic Pokemon. It's a little bit too passive, but the 110 110 special attack makes Scald hit hard, and then you have Haze in case someone tries to set up on you. Heal Bell for cleric options. Yeah, Water Absorb is basically the only ability. Unfortunate is that it only has 60 base defense, so you have to run almost always plus defense nature to make sure you don't get bopped by physical moves. Other than that, good mon. Decidueye, long reach or overgrow. Guess it's a ghost type. It has defog, roost. Yeah, it can nasty plot and it can sword stance. Pretty well-rounded stats, but it's not a favorite Pokemon of mine. I've used it before. Never got it to shine, in my opinion. It's a pretty lackluster mon, but it's whatever. Now we have Charizard. Charizard, much better this gen because heavy duty boots. Yeah. Got also it has like Hurricane. Excuse me. Hurricane. Air Slash, Flamethrower, all the fire moves. It has some decent physical coverage, but pretty lackluster special coverage. Albeit it's special attacker, has a good speed tier for the generation with 100. Not fantastic, but good. 109 special attack is decent. 84 attack makes it so that you can run Dragon Dance. Maybe even Belly Drum if you feel frisky. I just think it's a decent Pokemon now that Heavy Duty Boots is introduced, so you can run Roost sets more reliably, and you don't have to take 50% when switching in on rocks. Next up we have Alolan Raichu. Yeah, it's an Alolan Raichu. I think it's a pretty good Pokemon, honestly, especially for Tier 4, which is where it is at the moment. So gives us a second Psychic type as priority and extreme speed, fake out, a quick attack I think as well, and then it has both nasty plot and calm mind, and it's a niche wish setter, wish user. It has pitiful defense, pretty bad special attack, pretty good speed tier at 110. This Pokemon serves best as a cleaner with nasty plot and then trying to clean. I think it's a decent electric type, especially for the tier it's in. Next up is Galarian Mr. Mime, which is tier 5. Mr. Mime was tier 4, and to be honest, I think that Mr. Mime is better than Mr. Rime, especially with Eviolite. Does the same things. It has a little bit worse special attack. It's faster though, and has rapid spin and screen cleaner. Great ability. Gets rid of opposing screens. It's the third psychic type of the team. So the team is not very good to take on ghost and dark and bug type moves, as you can see. Has healing wish support, free strike for them water types. Yeah, bunch of cool coverage options, and in my opinion it's just a good tier 5. And then we have Galarian Linoon, and honestly, no shame to the person who drafted this. I do not know who and why anyone would draft this. Guess it's a normal type. You already have the dark type in Hydreigon. It has super bad attack and super bad special attack. All it has going for it is the speed and decent HP for being a not fully evolved, and then you can boost the defenses in with Eviolite. You have terrible abilities like Gluttony is good, but not if you want to run Eviolite. So Quick Feet is the only option. I guess it's good if you get paralyzed, but you can still get fully paralyzed. You get super fast, like a Scarf. Yeah, I just think Galarian Linoon is a really terrible mon. So this was the team I took over, and the team I have to use for my first week, the week 5 battle, which is going to be directly after this. And yeah, let's move on to the team that I chose to or what I chose to change. So first up, as you can see, I swapped out G-Max Machamp for G-Max Dreadnought. When I looked at the tier list, any possible changes were, yeah, it was like almost you had to go Rain or your team is gonna be closely the same, because wasn't many good things about the team going. So I chose to go Rain. I think Dreadnought is a juggernaut in Rain. Hits like a truck with a 115 attack. It's not great, but you know, you give it adamant nature because you outspeed everything with Swift Swim, and then you give it a Life Orb, and it hits like a truck. With Stone Surge, unfortunately, Stone Surge is the water move, and if you run like Head Smash or Stone Edge as the rock move, you set Sand, and you're no longer fast. But it has some pretty good coverage. With a bunch of different Fang moves, Iron Tail, Mega Horn, Poison Jab. Yeah, you can like run whatever move you like. You have great coverage, and overall, it's just a super good Pokemon in my opinion. Super underrated. Uh, I think this is the best Rain Sweeper in the game when it's Gigantamax. It's better when it's Dynamax, but it's just so good. So good. Don't quote me on being the best, but it's super good, and it can, you know, Surge Stance on a switch and then just wreck house. Hydreigon is still here, still a super good mon. The only two other options in tier 1 was Toxapex and Corsola Galar, and I think Hydreigon and Clefable are both better. Then I picked up Pelipper instead of Diggersby, because if I'm gonna run Dreadnought, I have to run Rain, you know. So Pelipper is here, another water type, you know. So we have two of them. Sets the Rain, gives Defog, Hurricane, U-turn, slow pivot, pretty good defense, like physical defense, bulk, pretty slow. But I think Pelipper is a good Pokemon, especially with Drizzle. So it's gonna support the team very well. Then I chose to pick up Toxicroak. Toxicroak gets dry skin, so it heals 1/8 in the rain. It's also immune to water type moves. Gives me a grounded poison type, which the earlier team lacked. And it also has the fighting type, which I lost with Machamp. The good thing about Toxicroak is that it can go either special or physical with Sword Stance and Nasty Plot, and it has okay options for both, and it has priority in both Bullet Punch and Vacuum Wave. And in my opinion, it's just a decent Pokemon. 85 base speed tier is meh, but it's not super good, it's not super bad, but it's good Pokemon. And it gives me the Toxic Spike absorbing Mon, which I really needed actually. Next up, I picked up Corsola, not Corsola, Cursula. Uh, and I picked this mainly up because I wanted a rapid spin immunity, and I also needed another Stealth Rocker. As you can see, only have Dreadnought. Dreadnought's never gonna run Stealth Rock, but it sets up Stealth Rock with a Water move. Clefable, Stealth Rock user, pretty reliable, and Doug Trio, Alola. And I doubt I'm gonna run Stealth Rock on Alola and Doug Trio. So Cursula has two pretty okay uh, abilities with weak armor and Peri's body. Problem with both of them is that it has to take a physical move for them to go into effect, and it has base 50 defense. It's only base 60 HP, and it has a pitiful base 30 speed, but it has great special attack and great special defense with 145 special attack, 130 special defense. It gets Stealth Rocks. Gets, yeah, it has really good. It has a great move pool as well. A lot of coverage, and I think it's a good Pokemon, and it's gonna be fun using it, and we'll see if it can do some damage. I think I'm gonna bring it at least once. It's such a good special wall, and also hits like a truck, and it's a good anti-Trick Room, which I might face on Trick Room since I'm Rain, and I have fast Pokemon. So next up, I chose to keep Charizard. I didn't find anything better in tier 3, and Charizard can still function under rain with Hurricane, which is its best flying stab. Also still nice to have a fire type in case people run quad weak to fire Pokemon against me. And in tier 4, I chose to pick up Ludicolo as my secondary rain abuser. Swift Swim user. It's a little bit slower than Dreadnought. Gives me a grass type. And yeah. It's just here in case the rain is super good and I can exploit both Dreadnought and Ludicolo, so I have a special and physical rain abuser. And yeah, that's about it from Ludicolo. It's a decent Pokemon in my opinion. Then we have Alola and Doug Trio. Mainly picked it because I needed a ground type and a steel type. It has a decent speed tier at 110. It's actually my fastest Pokemon. Unfortunately, not the fastest of teams. And it has two good abilities, Sand Force and Tangling Hair. Sand Force is nice in case I run like Stone Edge or Head Smash on Dreadnought and set up the sand, and then switch into Doug Trio and just plumber stuff with Sand Force boosted moves. Tangling Hair is just nice to slow down Pokemon when they make contact. It has decent attack, pitiful HP, pretty useless defenses, so it's like a hit and run mon. You switch it in, it's gonna try to revenge something with pretty high base power, Earthquakes, you know, and then Iron Head is pretty nice and it has some good coverage. And yeah, that's about Doug Trio for you. Mostly a revenge killer. I think I'm gonna use it well, and I really love the hair on them. And then we have our electric type, the Rotom Frost. To be honest, we have double ice type. Uh, and I could have kept uh, Alolan Raichu, but my problem was removal. We have Charizard, Pelipper, Hydreigon, Mr. Rhyme, and Rotom now. I didn't see why I would run. I don't want to run Defog on Pelipper. I don't want to run Defog on Hydreigon. I don't want to run Defog on Charizard. So it was mostly like Mr. Rhyme and then I wanted another removal option, which became the Rotom Frost. It's an electric type, decent speed tier. It's bulky as every Rotom form. Thank God for heavy duty boots making this viable. Blizzard is pretty rough to use, to be honest, since the accuracy is so bad. Excuse me, I don't know why I have this yawning attack. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be a pretty good mon. I'm gonna use it at least once this season. So, and then we have Mr. Rhyme, which I've already talked about is a pretty good Pokemon, and now it's my only Psychic type, but now we have double Ice type. So here is the team. Tell me in the comments below what you think of it. Did I do good moves or did I make the team worse?
Okay, hello guys, Sven here, bringing you the week 5 of the IBL versus Beta and Jumpluff Express. Beta has a team of Corviknight, J-Max, Inteleon, Doug Trio, Incineroar, Goodra, Stunfisk, Doublade, Phalanx, Leafeon, Duraludon, and Chuckle. Let's see what he brings, and I'm gonna bring the old team, the team I took over. I'll have an intro about it, so you've just watched it. And so you might know that I made a bunch of changes going into next week. But we're 2-2, so it's not that bad. Beta is 1-3, so he would like to pick up a win. So let's see what he brought. He brought G-Max Corv. He brought Goodra. Inteleon. Insane. All the starters. Doublade. Phalanx. Okay. I'm just gonna lead with the clock and I'm just gonna get my rocks up. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. And we run body press and shadow ball on this. Toxic and stealth rocks. Incineroar is the thing I'm the most scared of, honestly, as the lead. But yeah, I think it's good enough to just get up rocks. Rocks is always good. Oh, he leads up with Phalanx. Yeah, you might be scared of something, so I'm just gonna stealth rock. Our C lock, or the clock. Yeah, he withdrew and goes into Insane. So body press does a huge chunk actually, so I'm just gonna, because I don't want anything else knocked off really, so I'm just gonna body press. He's probably gonna parting shot or something. Body press gives good damage. If he's only max HP, we're gonna do half to 60%. So it's a good indication. Fire punch. Oh, it's not even a 2-shot. Great. Oh, that's almost a 2-shot. I'm gonna body press again, actually, I don't really care. I'll let him fire punch as much as he likes. Withdrew. Yeah. Doublade. Yeah, I really didn't want this for anything, so I'm just gonna Shadow Ball. He probably can knock me out, maybe. Yeah, Shadow Claw doesn't even knock me out. Oh, he goes into Inteleon. Yeah, I don't give too much. Okay, but Inteleon is scary. So I'm actually gonna swap into Vaporeon. I've only seen the Fire Punch. Yeah, Snipe Shot. Wish. Wish and maybe bring back the HP of my... Yeah, bring back the HP of my Bronzong. Switch it in on Gudra. Let's see what it does. Flamethrower. Okay, that probably kills me. Doesn't. And we're almost back at full. So now we're just gonna throw off a Toxic. EQ. So we get the Gudra Toxic, which is nice. We're just gonna body press. Body press is such a good move, honestly. Now Corv comes in. Oh, he has pressure. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch into this thing. Charizard. See. Pressure. Sure. BB. Oh, it's not a two-shot, which is nice. I'm just gonna flamethrower whatever comes in. If he goes big, then I revenge him easily. So, yeah. Yeah, in comes Gudra. Doubt he's gonna Earthquake actually. Might Surf, I don't know. I'm gonna Roost. I'm pretty sure this is AB. Rock Slide, yeah. I gained 1 HP. Incredible roost, guys. Probably the greatest roost of all time. Yeah, I'm just gonna roost again. Yeah, so we're back at full and he's switching. Which is really nice. And we just go into Vaporeon on this every time. Every time. Okay. Is the crit set? Guess. Sure. I don't think he can kill me with 2 crit moves, so I'm just gonna scald him. No, he can't crit me with 2. Burn? No. Damn. Okay. So, I'm actually gonna protect and then wish again. Wish. Please don't flinch. Good. Okay. 50. Sniper. R slash crit. Okay, so to Hydreigon. Oh yeah, my Hydreigon isn't faster. Do I have anything faster? No, I do not. Damn, I'm just gonna give this up. Yeah. Gonna body press you. Snipe. Shot. Yeah. Inteleon kills Bronzong with snipe. Shot. Now we just quick attack. Cause quiet, right? Oh, don't quite kill it. Gonna switch into Charizard actually. CC doesn't do much. We're just gonna flamethrower. Sword. Chaos. Insane. With flame thrower. Goes into Gudra. Do you think he's dropping at Draco? No. I'm just gonna go into my Hydreigon. Yeah, Rock Slide. I'm just gonna sub, okay? Okay. Good draw. Plus, yeah, it's not missed. Yeah, I think that Dark Pulse kills, so I'm gonna go for it. If it doesn't, I'm a big douchebag and I suck at the game. It does, good. Hydrate, Chaos, Gudra with Dark Pulse. Phalanx. Oh, it has first impression, I know. Is it time? Yeah, I think it's time. Yeah, first impression. Impression. Okay, so yeah, let's just Dynamax. And does he have anything flying? Yes, he does. Max Cheese Strike. I'm just gonna do it. Oh, I switched into the swords. I don't really care. I have Fire Punch for that. Duplicate. Yeah. Doesn't affect Sword. I know it doesn't affect him. But yeah. It is whatever. I'm just gonna max Flare. Because that I know affects him. And in case he's swapped into... Yeah. Okay. Run defense. Still think he's gonna die to max flare into knockoff. Yeah. Very positive. Oh, it has rest. Well, pretty creative way to get rid of my J-Max. I don't really care. I'm just gonna knock off. Can switch to Charizard next turn. Eviolite. Sleep. Talk. Question is what his attacking move is. Gonna swap into Charizard anyways. Don't be a rock move. No rock slide. Iron Head, yeah. So now we have the freest of flamethrowers. Sword Chaos. Do blade with flamethrower. Oh, this one has berry. It's not. Oh, Lance not berry. Okay, this one is my least useful member. I'm just gonna Scald. Tell Chaos. Oh, he doesn't. But he flinches, yeah. Didn't crit. Unlucky. Chaos. Vaporeon. With Air Slash. And we just go into this. And we quick attack. Switches to me and the boys. And we're gonna switch as well into this. Rock Slide. And now we're just gonna dynamic punch, honestly. No, he can sun headbutt me. I don't really care. Switches. Okay, so he's sacking this. Machamp. Chaos. Intel. With dynamic make punch. Okay, so Corviknight. Knight. Okay. I'm gonna knock him off first. See what he's doing. Oh yeah, I'm faster. Weakness policy, yeah. Now I'm just gonna spam my dynamic punch. Confuse him and just give him pain. My speed creep proves good, at least, which is always nice. Yeah, and if he hits himself in confusion, that's good as well. He doesn't. Roost, Corv. Yeah, we're just gonna go into Charizard. Flamethrower. Machamp. Oh, he survived. Wind Rage. Yeah, we're just gonna go into this. Sword. Wind Rage. And we're gonna Dark Pulse. Wind Rage. Hydra. Chaos. Oh, if he's Scarf? If he's Scarf, I think he wins. No, because I think that at -1 quick attack will finish him off. So we just Draco here. Corv. With Dark Pulse. Yeah, and he's not Scarf, so we pick up the win. Good game. So we extend, we make our record better, so now we're 3-2 instead of 2-2, heading into week 6. So stay tuned. This time I'm gonna try to be on schedule all the time. So see you in the next one. Bye.